Hello dear students, how are you? Today we will discuss tissues, animal tissues. Cells specializing in one functions are often grouped together in the body. This means that a particular function is carried out by a cluster of cells at a definite place in the body. This cluster of cells called a tissue is arranged and designed so as to give the highest possible efficiency of function. In simple words, we can say a group of cells that are similar in structure and function is called tissues. We will start from the epithelium tissues. The covering of protective tissue in the animal body are epithelial tissues. Epithelium covers most organs and cavities within the body. It also forms a barrier to keep different body systems separate. The skins, the lining of the mouth, the lining of the blood vessels, lungs, alveoli, and kidney tubules are all made up of epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissues cells are tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. They may be different kind as per the work. Squamous epithelial tissue, where transportation of substance occurs through a selectively permeable surface. There is a simple flat kind of epithelium. This is called the simple squamous epithelium. Skin epithelial cells are arranged in many layers to prevent wear and tear. Since they are arranged in a pattern of layer, the epithelium is called stratified squamous epithelium. Columnar, where absorptions and secretion occur as in the inner lining of the intestine, tall epithelial cells are present. The columnar epithelial tissues also have cilia, which are hair-like projection on the outer surface of epithelial cell. This type of epithelium is thus ciliated columnar epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium, with cube-shaped cells, form the lining of the kidney tubules and the ducts of the salivary glands, where it provides mechanical support. Glandular epithelium. Epithelial cells often acquire additional specialization as gland cells, which can secrete substance at the epithelial surface. Sometimes a portion of the epithelial tissues fold inward and a multicellular gland is formed. This is glandular epithelium. The next is connective tissues. The cells of connective tissues are loosely spaced and embedded in an intracellular matrix. The matrix may be a jelly-like, fluid, dense or rigid. The nature of matrix differ according to the function of the particular connective tissue. Blood has a fluid liquid matrix called plasma, in which red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets are suspended. The plasma contains protein, salts, minerals. Blood flows and transport gases, digested food to different part of the body. Bone is another example of connective tissue. It forms a framework that supports the body. It also anchors the muscles and supports the main organs of the body. Bone cells are embedded in the hard matrix that is composed of calcium and phosphorus compound. Ligament. Two bones can be connected to each other by another type of connective tissues called the ligament. Tendons connect muscles to bones and are another type of connective tissue. Tendons are fibrous tissue with great strength but limited flexibility. Cartilages. Cartilage has widely spaced cells. The solid matrix is composed of protein and sugars. Cartilage smoothens bone surface at joints and is also present in the nose, ear, trachea and larynx. We can fold the cartilage of the ear. Next is areolar connective tissue. Areolar connective tissue is found between the skin and muscles. around blood vessels and nerves and in the bone marrow. It fills the space inside the organs, supports internal organs, and helps in the repair of tissue. Adipose tissue. Fat stored in our body. Fat storing adipose tissue is found below the skin and between internal organs. The cells of these tissues are filled with fat globules. Storage of fats also let it act as an insulator, means save us from heat and cold. Muscle tissues. Muscle tissues consist of elongated cells, also called muscle fiber. This tissue is responsible for movement in our body. Muscles contain a special protein called contractile protein, which contracts and relaxes to cause movement. We can move some muscles by conscious will. Muscles present in our limbs move when we want them to and stop when we decide. Such muscles are called voluntary muscles, means we can move them, we can stop them, we can do as per our will. So these are called voluntary muscles. The cell of these tissues are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleate, means having many nucleus. Muscles are also called skeletal muscle as they are mostly attached to bones and help in body movement. Under the microscope, these muscles show alternate light and dark bands or striation. That's why they are also called striated muscles. Now the smooth muscles or involuntary muscles, non-striated muscles. The movement of food in the alimentary canal or the contraction and relaxation of the blood vessels are involuntary movements. We cannot start them or stop them simply by our will. They are also found in the iris of the eyes, in ureter, and in the bronchi of the lungs. The cells are long with pointed ends, spindle shape, and uninucleates, means single nucleus. They are also called unstriated muscles. Cardiac muscles. The muscles of the heart shows rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life. These involuntary muscles are called cardiac muscles. Heart muscle cells are cylindrical, branched, and uninucleate. Nervous tissues. Cells of the nervous tissues are highly specialized for being stimulated and then transmitting the stimulus very rapidly from one place to another within the body. The cells of these tissues are called nerve cells or neurons. A neuron consists of a cell body, a nucleus, and a cytoplasm from which long thin hair-like parts arise. Each neuron has a single long part called axon and many short branch parts called dendrites. An individual nerve cell may be up to 1 meter long. The functional combination of nerve and muscle tissues enable animals to move rapidly in response to stimuli. So all the tissues work together to perform various functions of our body